Hey everyone, RG here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel. And today I have something a bit more weird for you awesome people. Today I'm gonna try and take on the challenge that currently is all over the internet, all over YouTube and on the forums. I know people asking for something like this, and I know even the bigger YouTubers doing it right now. They are trying to create houses or some sort of a build in a shape of something. So for an example, I already watched someone trying to create an octagon build, I think a triangle, and the more creative ones were, I think, a heart shape and a cat shape. I think this one Kayla created, and it was awesome. So I said, why not to try and give our respect to one of the most awesome, let's call them creatures. It's not like a creature, that's a plant, that's an animal. I don't know what it is, but we all love him. The COWPLANT. So yeah, right now you can see me trying to create a house in the shape of a COWPLANT, and actually it is built from few separated like individual parts, just to give it the overall style and look of the COWPLANT. So yeah, that was actually very challenging, even for me. And I think by now that you know that, like, I built so many different types of buildings and designs and stuff, but you know what, this one was the most challenging from all of them. And I know why. You know why? I'll tell you. Because each time that I'm creating something, each time I'm creating I don't know, from the time that I created the gas station or the mall, or when I created, like, the previous video, the space station, I actually created them out of something. Like I had an inspiration in my mind and in front of my eyes. Like I had a picture of something, so I could kind of mimic it into the game. But right here, except of the plant itself, I don't have anything. And the plant, it's not really a house, so I really needed to work it and work around it and find a way to create the shape of that COWPLANT and kind of mimic it into the game. It wasn't really an easy thing to do, but I think that at the end I kind of managed the right look or the right design for it. Anyway, now I'm gonna drop a small bomb. Yeah, I know the challenge is most of the time is to try and build a house in the shape of, but unfortunately at the end this is not a house. Like, I really tried to make it work to create this as a house, but unfortunately, and as you can see, the house itself, like the build, okay, let's call it a build. So the build itself is separated to, it's like divided to separated places. Like there is the stem, and there is the face, and there are the horns. And each one, because I wanted them to be noticeable, okay, I didn't want to be one big giant part, like one chunk, okay, let's go like this way. I didn't want to be like this, because then it will be much harder for you to detect the shape of the house, okay, or the building. So it's not really usable as a house. Especially the stem. The stem just look really weird, so it's not really usable, it's not really practical, you can call it, as a house. So at the end I decided I'm gonna do this build as a retail shop that is gonna sell, can you guess it? Can you guess it? Can you guess what it's gonna sell? And if you didn't guess and didn't say COWPLANTs, you're not completely wrong, okay? Yeah, this is a retail shop. So in that retail shop, you can sell COWPLANTs, and well, at the backyard of this build, you're gonna see it in a bit. At the backyard, you are gonna have some plants, like the COWPLANTs, that you can sell them. But the inside of this build, the interior, is gonna act like a plant or gardening. Let's call it gardening or plant nursery. How do you even call that? Place that you can go and buy plants or gardening related things. Okay, so that's gonna be the build itself. Okay, at the end, that's what this build is gonna be. And you know what? I think it's better this way, because I see all of the people building the challenge as a house. And if you want, yeah, I can give you some advices. You can take this build, basically strip it off from what it is right now, and maybe build the house itself only on, like, inside the head. inside the head, it's gonna be the perfect place to build the house. It's not gonna be that complicated, but once I figured like the design of the house itself to give it the look of the cow plant, it's much easier for you to build from this a house. And yeah, one super awesome thing that you're gonna see in a few moments is that I actually managed to create some teeth for the cow plants. And you know what? Let's have a small chat about our cow plant. To be honest, and this is some nice story about the history for me with the cow plants, I never really managed to raise one to its full. Yeah, I know, I'm a failure in The Sims, I know. But yeah, jokes aside, I never managed to raise one to its full. Well, you know what? That's not really completely true. I managed to, one time I had a farmer and I really wanted to try. So one time I really gave it a try and I started with the bud. The bud itself, when you're like planting it, it had those small little horns. That's so cute. And after a few days, the cow plant itself grew. And once he was mature, I think the problem was that I didn't really give him the care he needs. And he died after one day. Yeah, so that's the story. You know what? I don't really know the cause of death for the plant. I do think that they are acting like other Sims, right? So you need to play with them, you need to feed them, which I've done, I think, only one time with that plant. So maybe that's why he died. I just remember walking like the next day. Like the Sims walked out to the garden and he saw this skeleton, which is one of the most creepiest thing that you have in the game. But yeah, like for my defense, in the same night, I think there was a storm, like lightning storm, a lot of rain and stuff. So maybe he was like struck by lightning. I really want to believe that's the reason and not that I killed it because I'm a bad gardener. But yeah, that's the story of me trying to raise a cow plant. So at the end, I'm not the best gardener in terms of cow plants, but that gave me an idea. You know, after I built this build, I was thinking maybe to try and build another bizarre build. Can be a bizarre build. Maybe I can try and build some sort of farm for cow plants, and it will look like a farm with cow plants instead of cows, because we don't have farm animals in the game right now. I really hope one day we will have. Although I think that the game is a bit too old to give us farm animals, but I do know that the community really wants that pack. And speaking of packs, by the time I'm recording this, it's the day that a new pack supposed to be like a worldwide reveal. And I really hope for it to be something that the community really wants. I think that the previous pack, the Nifty Knitting, although there was a big, well, kind of big request for it, I think that the developers really try hard to bring something that the community really wants, but sometimes the packs are just missing that small thing that the community has been waiting for it to come to the game, okay? If that makes any sense. You know what? Let me just give you an example, okay? For an example, if tomorrow, okay, like hypothetically, if tomorrow we're gonna receive a farm animals pack to the game, this is a pack that the community really wants. So this is a pack that the developers are really want to bring us. So they will invest time to create that pack, to bring some, I don't know, maybe chickens and coop for the chicken and like what more, like cows and stuff like this, and maybe some new items to build with and maybe a new map, okay? But then they will leave out horses. And I think this is gonna like break the heart of people who enjoy The Sims 4. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it feels to me that every time they do bring some pack that the community really wants, something from that pack, like something in that pack is kind of missing, and by that they are missing the thing that the community really wants for, like waiting for in the pack, okay? So that's my thought about the pack, and I really hope that the new pack that was teased, and gonna be a worldwide reveal, is gonna be something that the community really wants. And I don't know, let me know what you want that pack to be. I do know that in the teaser there is a sim with a microphone, something like that, and there is some speculation regarding this is some sort of pack like hint or something. I don't know. I don't have anything in mind regarding this. Maybe this is like the Big Brother pack or something. I don't know. I don't think this is related, but I really hope that the new pack is going to be something awesome and something that we all want and wish to see in the game. And right now you can see the cow plants that I told you that you can buy at the backyard area of this build. And yeah, there are only 6 of them over there. That's because that's the number I could fit over there. And now I'm not quite sure yet, but because by the time I'm recording this video, I haven't play tested this part area. I did play tested the shop itself, and it's a bit funny when I think about it right now that I didn't go outside to check it out. But I do believe that those cow plants are gonna stay as they are right now in the mature stage of them, so you don't need to grow them. But if they aren't, and that's, you know what, there is a chance they are not gonna be matured. But if you're buying this lot as a retail shop, as it meant to be, or, and I'm gonna like cover it in a sec, you don't, okay, you know what, you don't need to buy this retail shop as the owner. Okay, a lot of people don't really know how the pack of like let's go to work. It's funny, let's go to work. So they don't really know how it works, and people think that if there is a lot that is a retail shop, they only must have to own this lot in order for it to act like a shop. Okay, and that's not true. People, if you don't know that, if you have another, for an example, if you have another sim that you don't want to play it, or you're not really playing it, you can tell that sim, for a second just play it, because you can play it for a brief moment. You can tell that sim to go and buy the new retail shop, okay? And then just go to the previous sim or the previous family that you're playing and keep playing them. This shop is gonna be open for you to come with your current family or sim that you are playing, so you can actually buy the items in that shop basically as a customer. Okay, you don't need to be the owner. A lot of people do not know that, so I really felt that I need to clear that thing. You don't need to own this shop in order for it to function just like a shop, okay? But you do need to get yourself the pack Get to Work, okay? It doesn't work either way. Well, I think if you don't have the Get to Work pack, you don't have retail shops, so this is kind of the same situation, okay? You need to have the Get to Work pack in order for you to have retail shops. But anyway, that's something that I really want you to know. Just make sure you know what to look for if you need a bit more information in Google, okay? And if we're talking about it, you can buy this and be the owner of this small, weird, bizarre cow plant shaped retail shop. Okay, that was really hard for me to say, but you can be the owner in the kind of small price of only 100,000 simoleons. So that's the price that you need to pay in order to be the owner of this retail shop. And I just noticed that I keep calling it a retail shop and it's retail stores. So if you are looking for more information on Google, just type retail stores and not retail shops, because maybe it's not really a mistake. But yeah, I gotta tell you that I think it's one of the most fun thing to do is to be an owner of a retail shop in the Sims 4 game. I really believe, and actually if you are good at it, you can be a really rich person in the game. You can actually make a nice amount of money as an owner of a shop. I played like 2 weeks ago, I played one of my sim that is a businessman, and as a businessman he was a lawyer, of course. First of all, they always lawyers, like all the businessmen in the game, like in the Sims are lawyers, okay? They're all lawyers. That's a funny word. But anyway, he was a lawyer, and yeah, he made some nice money in the game, so he started buying stuff, and by stuff I mean retail shop, and he bought the small ones that he bought were actually the croissant house, like a coffee house in shape of croissant that I made a few months ago. Yeah, they are all in my save file. That's funny. And then he bought IKEA. Yeah, he did that also. And last but not least, of course, he bought the mall. He had some millions in his pocket. Yeah, definitely. He is a tough and cold-blooded lawyer that knew how to take and bargain for a best price to buy those retail shops. So yeah, in here you can see that I'm working a bit more on the foundation, like on the ground, and adding some stones and creating some sort of a trail for the customers to go by that trail, and picking their favorite stuff that they want to buy. The overall design of it, I'm pleased. That was actually very, very difficult. I already talked about it in the beginning of this video, but I am pleased with what it came up to be at the end. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I really hope that you enjoy spending your time here with me, hearing me blabbering all day. And if you do, that's the moment for you to hit the like button. Don't forget to do that. That will be awesome. I will super appreciate that. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. No, we are not done yet, okay? I know that sounds like we are done, but no, we're not. Because there are a few more topics that I want to mention here. One of them, I kinda mentioned it in my previous video, and it is the celebration for 20,000 subscribers. We are getting there, slow and steady, and by your help it will be faster. But yeah, I asked you what you want to see as a special for that 20,000 subscribers, and I came up with an idea that I want to hear your opinion about it. So my question to you is this: because I'm not uploading tray files, which is for cracked version of the game, I'm not uploading them for good on the internet, and I already stated there is a reason for that. But I do want to give another chance for people who joined the channel after some of the biggest things that I created, for example, the house on the cliff, and maybe the mall, IKEA, stuff like that. Maybe some other stuff like the I don't know, the yacht that I created. Maybe, I don't know, there are so many that I created. If you want to see them, I'm thinking about doing a 20,000 subscribers celebration by releasing a save game. I'm still thinking about it, and that's why I want to know your thoughts. If you are on board, or you want me to just create some awesome build instead. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, if you want to get a save file with those old building, or to just upload them once again for another month. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And one small thing that I really want to clear out, because I see some people asking about it, asking if I'm done creating speed builds as stop motions, and I stated it before, so I'll say it again. I'm not done, I'm just not creating them on small to medium sized builds. I'm only creating them for specials and on really big builds. So only on those projects I'm gonna use the stop motion style editing presentation. But yeah, on medium and small size builds I'm not using them anymore, because it's kinda hurting my hand to do that a long time. Okay, let's go like this. So I'm glad that I cleared that thing out, and of course I'm gonna remind you that this build is already at the gallery for you to download and enjoy. You can find tray files in the description down below, and you're more than welcome to follow me on the gallery also, so you'll get all my builds hot, fresh from the oven in the moment I release the video. And now we are getting closer to the end of this video, so I want to thank you so much for watching, and ask you nicely to leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and consider watching another video that you can find right now on the screen. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoy, and I see you again at the next video. Keep that same party going for me, RGR Gaming, signing off.
Just feel the wind. If you look close, you see the I'm counting years as they go by. Now all the lilies gone and aces brought to life. 'Cause at times I think